Nordstrom, and I'm here at WPPI in Las Vegas with SPTV.me. I'm super excited to be here with Christine Perry-Burke from Finao, and we're going to get to see some of their products, some of their new things, and they just have amazing products and albums. So I'm excited to get to show you guys. Make sure that you jump on SPTV.me and check out the community. We have a community there that is available for you for continuing education. All of our episodes that we tape, whether it's with a vendor or a speaker, are there for you to watch in the community at any time. You can do it in your pajamas if you want to. And you can, there's a forum there, so you can jump on, ask questions, communicate with each other. So we want you to get involved there at SPTV.me in the community. So check that out. And today I'm here with Christine, and we're going to
look at a few products.
Look at some products. Yeah.
You know, I'm going to start with this one, Lauren, because I put a picture of this on Instagram, and it was like a huge hit. Everybody went, oh my God,
it is.
I have to have this cover. I love this. So this is going towards something a little different. We've got wool on the cover.
Really nice.
Yeah, so
fabric.
It's different. A stripe. We've got a wood liner.
Oh, wow. Wood inside. Yeah.
And then this is what we call a flip book. So you're reading it this way instead of reading it like this.
Yes. So very nice. So, and this product is called?
Well, it's called a Finao One.
Finao One.
The cover design is an image stripe.
Okay.
And it's a simple product. It's something that, you know, we've always had. But like I said, we're doing a little more with fabric and, you know, kind of a little different stripe on it. So
I really like the unique size of this also. So, yeah, very nice. What is the size of this book? A hard question.
10 by 16. No. 8 by 16.
8 by 16.
8 by 16.
Very unique. Yeah. I like that.
Asking me different kind of questions like, what's the size of your products? I don't know.
and then there's many different cover options.
Hundreds of cover options.
Yeah. So
just wanted to show some things that maybe some people haven't seen before.
Yeah. And I really like the image strip. That's that's unique as well. So, and that's canvas, right?
Yes.
So
you have some choices on that, but that one happens to be canvas.
Okay. And then,
well, you know, I noticed that when I'm talking to people here at WPPI, that there's a lot of people that are relatively new in photography. And sometimes they say to me, you know, I'm not ready for albums yet.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I can charge enough. And I think that the idea that all albums have to be really expensive and can't be really beautiful, that we need products for people who want to get into the business, want to get started, but don't really want to start up here. They need a little bit of an ease into it. So this is something we call a playbook.
Okay.
And it's got skinny pages. It's very inexpensive. This book comes with about 100 cover options. That particular size is $80.
That's
very
great.
nice.
Great price.
Everybody could use it for children, engagements, maternity, you know, even a family, like something that would go along with a wall portrait, because it's not something that you have a huge amount of dollars invested in. So it's a nice add-on in that respect. But at the same time, if you're beginning, it's a great place if you're doing portraits. You know you've got a lot of images. You know your clients love a lot of those images. You know that if all they're ever going to do with them is show them on Facebook, it's not going to do you any good. And it's not really going to do them any good. So, you know, something that people can jump in with.
Well, Albums is one of my most popular products in my studio. And so an $80 price point, and this is a beautiful album.
It's all silver haloid. So this is true photographic printing.
Yeah.
We do no press printing. We really want, even at the lower end, people to be able to give their clients something that's real, something that is of quality. It's a beautiful silk cover,
It is.
and that's included in the price.
Good. And then you said there's about 100 cover options.
About 100.
And
Finao is the company of options, guys. I am really sorry about that, but I just can't make up my own mind. So we
get it all, right?
Yeah.
And then, so are the cover options, they're silk and then...
There's silk, there's linens, there's faux leathers, there's, silks, linens, faux leathers, wools, I guess that's probably, but you know, lots of each of them.
Yeah, that's great. So I love this. So I think this is a great product and definitely, like you said, really nice for the starting.
It's great for somebody just coming into the business.
Yeah,
it really
well,
is.
and even if somebody's been in business for a long time, but you want to have that kind of starter level with your albums, it's a great product for that. So moving up,
this is another one, but you know the thing about one is it's not one. It's one with a million options, but it's got the wood cover. And I think the thing about this is that the wood cover has been so popular all of a sudden. I mean, when I look at what people walk into our booth here or other places that I've been, what they like, and they just go, oh, you got wood. Oh my God, that's so cool. And I think that one's engraved, is it not? I'm not sure.
This one isn't.
No.
Okay. But you can do engraving.
You can do engraving, yes.
So, and I think you're right. The wood kind of brings it back to being very natural and organic.
Very natural, organic, yes, absolutely.
So, and that's very in right now. So I like the way this one's finished as well with the brown leather. So that's really pretty. And another unique size. Now this one is pretty impressive.
Yeah. So it's a little bigger.
I hear this is kind of a popular book right now.
Well, you know what? We started maybe about a year ago to say those people that really want to attract that special client, that you need something unique and different for them, and matted albums. So we created a matted album that is not only just matting, it also allows you to have no gutter, to crease both your mats and your prints. And this book, and it's also, by the way, no design restrictions. Okay, you do not need templates. There's no numbers. This is not 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D. You design this. You can design it in Fundy. I think Smart Albums is getting it. In fact, you know they are. But basically, you can design it however you want. This is the Hanemühl German etching paper. Guys, just touch it.
Yeah.
Okay, if it isn't love at first sight or first feel or whatever,
I'm gonna flip a
I
page.
mean, it's fabulous. This is all giclée printing, and you can see the one thing that's nice about giclée is you get some perfect black and whites.
It's beautiful. Yeah,
So,
you know what? And I love that it's the matted because it's kind of back to tradition. And,
but it's a modern, look at this.
A modern
we
look,
have no
yes.
gutter. We've got a crease in both the print and the mat, and it's doing beautifully.
Yeah,
our
it is
clients,
beautiful.
I mean, this is the kind of thing that they just flock
I think
to.
too, you know, in the industry in general, you know, we started designing albums and the album designs have gotten crazy and they get outdated very quickly.
Very quickly.
And so it's something like this that is just simple and clean and, you know, back to kind of that tradition. This is never going to go out of style.
It's never going to go out of style.
No.
And honestly, you're so right, Lori. Some of the things that have had their, what do we call it, their year of life, I guess. And the next year we go, did I really do that? Yeah, okay. So, yeah, this is really...
And it keeps it simple, and it's not intimidating for the photographer, you know,
it's
to
not
put together.
intimidating to design this because they can design it exactly like they would have a flush mount.
Yep.
So there's a few simple rules you have to follow. You got to stay away from the edges, you know, because we need room for the mat. Our system will even show you a preview of what part of the image the mat covers, because the mat is kind of like the inside of a frame. You know, there's that little space there.
Right.
So it really, you can preview it and see everything that you need. And you can design it however you want.
It's really beautiful. And, you know, and not this size, but I could see this format being great for a family album as well.
I would agree. Now, we don't make them in real small sizes. And the reason is the mat.
Yeah.
You have to leave room for the mat. We have an inch around the edges, so right there, you know, you've lost a fair amount of space.
So what size does this come in?
It comes in 12 by 12 and up.
Okay. So a 12 by 12 would be a nice family album
Yes.
for a coffee table. So yeah. But I love the I love the
thick
simplicity.
pages,
Yeah.
which means if you are going to do it for a family album, excuse me, when you're working a trade show, your voice goes. First day, done. I got to show you the dress. I love the dress.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's fun.
But
Whose work is this?
it should be inside the front cover.
Inside the front cover?
Inside the front cover.
Let's talk about the maker because we should. Well,
Well, I guess this one doesn't have it.
maybe on the end.
No?
Oh, okay. That's okay. Great work if you're watching.
Beautiful. Jamie would know. It's not that we've forgotten you. It's just that you have the wrong person.
No, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful, and you know, you said for a family album, you could easily do 10 spreads. It's nice, thick pages.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to have something that goes on that coffee table that has some weight to it and some depth without having to do as many spreads as you would do like for a wedding
Right.
or something.
Well, and I do really like just the traditional feel to it. I think that there are so many people that are kind of turning to that because the crazy designs, you know, that we all were into in the
Can we tip it? Can we turn
the
it?
first 10 years of digital, we all went crazy. And, you know, now it's back. We're back to tradition. And
Absolutely.
It's really nice
And this,
clean.
by the way, is some of our new opulence collection. And it's just kind of an interesting fabric.
It is. I love it. And then we've got the box, the image
The
box.
Yeah.
And we've got the photographer
Owner's
logo
name, yep.
there.
Now,
So-
this is from Seldex in Australia. And this is a portrait box. They're very, very popular. I know you've heard about them. I know you talk about them online because I read everything you say. Okay, so this is for people who started with boudoir and glamour because they wanted the privacy of the box. Perfect for maternity. Also something that you might not want over your fireplace. Please don't want it over your fireplace. But it's individually matted images. So you can put them in a frame,
Put them on a little easel.
put them on an easel, okay?
These are really nice mats as well.
Yeah, they're beautifully matted. By the way, these are all rag mats, and they have the V-groove around them, so they're gonna stay clean because they're rag, and rag actually, because it's not paper on the front, it's a solid piece. It not only sheds dirt because it's cotton, but it also, you can erase it. So if you happen to get something on it,
Just
a
take an
little white
eraser.
eraser, and you've got it taken care of. But
Nice.
basically, you just don't have a problem.
Well, and yeah, I mean, this has been in the trade show and handled
Oh,
a
yes.
lot, and they still look great.
They're
so,
gorgeous,
yes.
and they're not going to be any different than that 6 months from now.
So, and then the DVD, is that an option?
You have an option for DVD, or what's the word I want? I call them jump drives. I guess I'm
Thumb drive.
thumb drives.
Yes.
I'm not up on the current logo. Lingo with these things. But yes, you have a way to put
A thumb drive.
a thumb drive in there, as well as the DVD.
Or the DVD, or
whichever,
nothing.
Or nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yep. So, yeah, that's really nice. So, I like that a lot. And these, of course, come in many different covers.
Many different covers. Myself, I love the silk. I love the color. I think it's passionate. I think it's feminine. I'm not the girl that says, in fact, Finao is the company that says, nothing has to be black. Okay, it may be a little black dress, perfect, but the rest of your life doesn't have to be black. And so when you're doing something feminine, like glamour or boudoir or maternity or even children, I mean, you know, to give something a little softer.
Yep. Love it. So they're beautiful, and thank you so much for
And
sharing
thank
them
you.
with us. And I'm excited to see this with the cover and the new size, and it's, beautiful.
Well, thank you for having me. I love to do things like this, and it gives me just a little break from being in a trade show booth, and I can always deal with that.
Well, tell me what the buzz is right now. What's the buzz this year?
Oh boy. You know what? I don't know if we're far enough into the year to know what the buzz is. I'm going to tell you something I hear. More and more photographers are understanding the value of printing their work. Whether it's something that you put on a wall.
It's coming back around, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It is.
And I think that people, the consumer, is starting to understand how many images they've lost because they're on a media that they can't use anymore.
Yep.
They're understanding that something they got very excited about doesn't really translate on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'm seeing photographers tell me, I want to print. Now that can take many forms. I'm only one of those forms, but it doesn't matter to me. My goal would be to encourage photographers to print their work, to understand that the beauty of what you do will never be the same on a flat screen as it is when you print the work and you can see the depth and you can see the quality of the images.
Well, and it's forever.
It is absolutely forever. And people do hand it down. And you know one thing, Lori, I ask people a lot of times, I say, do your parents have a wedding album?
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody goes, yes. And I say, so you've seen, oh yes, yes. Even some of the girls in the office have actually brought their parents' wedding albums in.
Yes.
You know? So, yes, they are definitely something that lasts. My comment always is, lasts for a lifetime and beyond. We want it to carry on to the next generation.
I tell my clients, I want your kids to fight over this.
Yes.
I want them to fight when it's time for them to leave home. They want to take it with them.
Yes.
You know, it's that important. And so I think that is so good that you mentioned that. And, you know, I tell my clients all the time, your digital images will live and die on your computer.
Yes.
They are not forever.
They are not.
And so it's very important to have
products. You know, it's kind of like, let's try to play that 8-track tape. Or a VHS tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try to play that. Let's try to find a player for it, okay?
Exactly.
I don't own a DVD player.
Yep.
I have no use
for it.
Well,
our new computers don't even have a DVD
they don't
player
have a
in
DVD
them.
slot.
Yeah.
But,
so, very true. Well, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for sharing the products with us.
Glad I got the opportunity to come over and talk with you for a little bit and get a little break from my day. So,
thanks, Christine.
Thank you. A lot of people ask about our name, Finao. It's actually an acronym where failure is not an option. And we take that pretty seriously. When we started the business, we wanted to make sure that it wasn't about our success or failure, but our clients' success or failure. When our clients are successful, we'll be successful. We also know that when our clients have happy clients, that everybody wins. We started Finao about 8 years ago. At that time, most albums were for weddings, and they were brown or black, and the bride didn't get much of a choice. We kind of looked at that and said, I don't know if that's really working for everybody. So we created a company that offered choice. A lot of choice. More choice than most people were expecting. But what we wanted to say was the album that somebody ends up with should reflect the photography that's inside. It should reflect the taste of the person that's receiving it. It should reflect the subject matter. Is it a wedding album? Is it a boudoir album? Is it a child or family album? Whatever album it is, that end product should reflect the person, the photographer, and the subject.